For years, I carried this Stanley box cutter, and for the most part, it's fine. It does the job, but the build quality isn't that great, and I wanted something a little bit more refined and a little bit easier to carry. Because this doesn't have a pocket clip, it will just rest in my pocket, and I wanted something with a pocket clip. So I went out and I bought this DeWalt box cutter, and this was a huge upgrade over that Stanley. It does have a pocket clip here. It folds, and the blades are incredibly easy to change out from this Stanley. If I wanted to change the blades on the Stanley, I would have to loosen that screw, take the whole thing apart, line up this mechanism right here, and it was just a pain in the butt. But the problem with this DeWalt is it's just big and chunky, and I was looking for something a little bit more refined, easier to carry, and a little bit more functional than either one of these utility knives. So I bought many utility knives in the last couple months, trying to search for my perfect utility knife. And I think I have it narrowed down to two. This is the Exceed Designs Tyrant Razor version 3 and the Arena Accessories Flipout. Now, I just want to say that if you're looking for a utility knife that just gets the job done, you don't care about the size, how easy it is to change the blade, the weight, or anything like that, just want it to cut boxes or whatever, this video probably isn't for you, just because this DeWalt and this Stanley are very inexpensive compared to these two razors that I'm about to talk about right here. But everybody knows you have to pay for premium materials and basically convenience, and that's what you're getting here. And before I move on here, I just want to show you guys what I'm talking about. Look at the size differences here between the DeWalt and the Arena Accessories and the Exceed Designs Tyrant Razor. And then, of course, to this Stanley box cutter. And I basically landed on these two utility knives right here based on functionality, how easy it is to carry it, how easy it is to change the blades, the overall quality and feel, and of course, the price. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna rank each one of these and let you know which one wins each one of those categories. And basically determine once and for all which is the best utility knife, well, at least in my opinion. So let's start here with this bad boy. This is the Arena Accessories Flipout. I picked this up for $84.95 on the Arena Accessories website. And you can see it is a rear flipper. And what I really like about the Flipout here is the handle shape. It looks and feels like a traditional pocket knife, which is something that you really don't get with any of these other utility knives, especially something like this guy right here. The handles here are made of grade 5 titanium. The lock here is a frame lock. It has a milled titanium pocket clip that's tip up and right side only. Ball bearings in the pivot, and the action is absolutely phenomenal in both of these utility knives, actually. There's also an attachment point right here for a lanyard, and it has a toolless design to change out the blades. And that's one of the main things I was looking for, was how easy is it to change out these blades when I'm on a work site. On the Flipout, all you had to do is loosen this screw, change out the blades, put another one in, put the screw back in, and tighten it back up. So changing out the blade here is extremely easy. Overall, it weighs only 2.2 ounces. The overall length is 6.125 inches, and the handle length is just 3.75 inches. It's very minimal, and you barely even know you're carrying this in your pocket. So that's the Arena Accessories Flipout. Now let's go to what many consider the best utility knife you can buy right now, the Exceed Designs Tyrant Razor version 3. And let me tell you guys, the hype on this guy is real. This is a fantastic utility knife. I paid $80 for this, so $4.95 cheaper than the Arena Accessories Flipout, but I also got the bare bones stripped down model. Exceed Designs gives you the option to customize this in a few different ways. You can add a pry bar back here. You can change out some of the scales for carbon fiber. You can switch out this pocket clip for a mini 38mm pocket clip, or you can choose to add black PVD screws if you want. I didn't go for any of those. Like I said, I just went for the $80 stripped down version. So let's go over some of the features here. This is also made of grade 5 titanium. It's also a rear flipper, and once again, the action is fantastic. This also has a frame lock and caged ceramic ball bearings in the pivot. I can't say this enough. The action on both of these knives are fantastic. All right, getting back to the features here, this also has an attachment point right here for a lanyard. This has a stainless deep carry pocket clip that's tip up and right side only. And now the blade changing mechanism is toolless as well, but there is no screw on this one. All you have to do is press on this piece right here, and that just unlocks the blade. So you can see just how easy this is to change that blade in and out. The overall weight is 2.4 ounces, so it's slightly heavier than the Flipout. The overall length is 6.12 inches, and the handle length is 3.42 inches. So the overall length is almost identical on both of these, but the handle length, when closed, the advantage goes to the Exceed Designs. Now I'm gonna pop up something on the screen right now from the Exceed Designs website. And all of this is new for the version 3, so Exceed Designs is constantly upgrading the Tyrant Razor. So the question is, which one is better, considering they do the exact same thing? So that's the hard part. That's why I had to break it down into 5 different categories and sort of compare these head to head. So before I do that, let's go over some of the pros of each one of these knives. So let's start here with the Tyrant Razor version 3. I would say the Tyrant Razor has the advantage in the pocket clip category over the Flipout. You can see the design right here. It is deep carry. The only thing that sticks out is the top of that lanyard hole. And I think it's designed better with this curved shape that just fits in my pocket a lot better than the pocket clip on the Flipout. The pocket clip on the Flipout isn't deep carry. You can see that. There's a lot of space there on the top, and it has a little tab right there on the bottom, and those tabs tend to get stuck on the end of my pocket. And it is fairly stiff because it is milled titanium versus this curved design made out of stainless steel. So in the pocket clip category, I'm giving the advantage to the Tyrant Razor version 3. Also in the ease of changing the razor blades category, the win goes to the Tyrant Razor as well. Just because there's no screw, all you have to do is press this little mechanism down, take out the blade versus unscrewing the screw, taking the blade out, putting it back in, and screwing that screw back in. Both are extremely easy to change out, but the pro goes right here. Also, another advantage is the price. The price of the Tyrant Razor version 3 is $80 versus $84.95 for the Flipout. Now, I must say that's for the base model here, because you can upgrade this to about $115 if you want to pimp this out with all the extra stuff. And that's basically another pro for the Tyrant Razor is, yes, you do have options here, which you don't really have a lot of options to customize the Flipout. But if you take advantage of all those options, that takes the price of the Tyrant Razor to $115 versus $84.95. So as is, the advantage goes to the Tyrant Razor right here. But if you add some accessories, any accessories really, the advantage goes to the Flipout, at least in the price category. And what I really like about Exceed Designs is their complete transparency here, because if you scroll down on their website, there's a statement here saying that some of their parts are made in China/USA depending on the parts used. It says many of our custom CNC scales are milled in North Dakota, USA. We are doing our best to keep this product affordable and accessible for everyone while supporting the US job market. Outsourced parts and assembled is required at this time, saying that they use some outsourced parts just to keep this affordable and still trying to keep everything in the US market. So a lot of people don't understand this. They want everything made right here in the USA, but then they complain when the price is too high. Well, that's how a lot of these companies keep the price low, is they outsource some parts, but try to keep everything here in the US. Versus something like the Arena Accessories Flipout, which it doesn't really say where this is made, but I can only assume it's China. But for me, that's not necessarily a knock, but if I had my choice, I'm going to try to support US jobs whenever I can. Now let's talk about some of the advantages of the Flipout. And one of the biggest advantages, in my opinion, because this blade has this screw lockdown, the blade play here is virtually zero. The blade is rock solid. You can see there's hardly any play at all versus the play right here. You can see that move here. You can hear it on the Tyrant Razor version 3. And that's just because of the ease of changing mechanism right here. So for me, no blade play right there is a big advantage. Another advantage here is the actual shape of the utility knife overall. It looks and feels like a classic pocket knife versus the squarish design of the Exceed Designs here. Now, I should say that both of these knives are very comfortable to hold still, but the advantage goes to the Flipout here. Another advantage is how much blade surface that's available to you at any given point. You can see on the Tyrant Razor version 3, about half that blade is usable versus darn near the entire blade on the Flipout. Now, I really like this as well. Just having all that blade area for cutting is fantastic. Also, the Flipout is slightly lighter. Holding them side by side, you can sort of feel it, but this is 2.2 ounces versus 2.4 ounces. So if you're looking for lightweight, the advantage goes to the Flipout. But deciding which one of these utility knives I like better is such a hard call. So I'm going to go over each one of these categories and decide which one wins. So for functionality and ease of use, this was a hard one to pick, but I think I'm going to give the advantage to the Arena Accessories Flipout. Just because of that handle shape, and it feels exactly like a traditional pocket knife. Just everything about this, I love using this utility knife. It just feels slightly better in the hands than the Exceed Designs version here. And believe me guys, that was a tough call, but this slight edge is going to go right here. Now, which one gets the advantage for ease of carry? And for me, this was a no-brainer. Because of the design of this pocket clip, the advantage goes to the Tyrant Razor version 3. I think the design of this deep carry pocket clip is leaps and bounds better than this milled out titanium pocket clip on the Flipout. Both of them are still fairly easy to carry, but the advantage right here. Next, ease of changing the blades, and you guys already know the advantage goes to the Exceed Designs once again. Just because there's no tools, no screws needed, you just push on that mechanism right there, blade releases. This, still fairly easy, but there's a screw involved. So obviously the ease is gonna go right here. Next, the overall quality and feel. And honestly, guys, I went back and forth and I just can't choose a winner here. So in the quality category, it's a tie. Next, the price. And you guys already know this is 80 bucks. The Flipout is $84.95. So if you go with the stripped down Exceed Designs version, the one that I have right here that works fantastic, the price advantage goes here. But remember, one of the pros here is how this can be customizable. And if you take advantage of that customizable option, that takes the price right over the Flipout. So once again, this can go either way, but I'm going to give the slight edge to the Flipout right here in the price category. You guys see what I'm up against, but at 80 bucks for this version right here, I think it's a fantastic deal, even over the Flipout. So with the Arena Accessories Flipout only winning one category, and that was just by a nose, I honestly think that the Exceed Designs Tyrant Razor version 3 is the best utility knife that you can buy right now. And guys, I know opinions are subjective, but I've put a lot of time and effort into this video and went through a lot of different utility knives. And as much as I love carrying the Flipout here, I think this is a fantastic option still. By a nose, I think the Exceed Designs Tyrant Razor version 3 wins. So after seeing everything here, what do you guys think? Do you guys think I made the right choice here? And if you guys own a Tyrant Razor version 3, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. So if you're interested in either one of these utility knives, I will put links down below in my description box. But if you did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. And go!